Hey, Chandra. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste, Mooji.
Oh, very good. You seem like you have a full room with you.
Full house, full house.
Full house. Very good. Very good. Lovely to see everybody. And can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can hear.
We have a microphone here, so the person who is asking questions is going to use the mic.
Okay. Okay.
So you can hear us well?
Yes, yes.
Let me see.
Yes, yes, yes. I put it now more loudly.
Okay.
And
okay.
And everybody speaks English or what? They understand English?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, no.
Very good. Okay, welcome everyone to Satsang today. And, look very much forward to our time together. And I've heard some very nice things about the Sangha there in Croatia. So I'm looking forward to see what comes up today. Looking forward very much to meeting you all. And the image when you are close, Chandra, you are close, so I can see you reasonably clearly. Yes. But everyone is a bit more blurred at the back.
Yes, we had a slight problem with the lightning in the room, so this is
the lightning or the lighting?
Option that we, with a light.
Oh,
lightning. So
okay. It's okay.
We have some magic lamp here, so this is the best thing that we could do for
okay.
now.
It's okay. It's good. It's good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Lovely to see you.
You too, Mooji.
It grows back quickly, huh?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Who wants to come and say something? Has everybody been watching satsangs?
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
Now we have one question.
Okay.
Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, hi.
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 Very nice to see you and to speak with you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I tried from 1 year ago. You became my guru. I pronounced you my guru. And I am very happy that I can ask you a question.
Yeah, very good.
I have a burning question. I have an idea that I bound to. I know that you said not to bound to any ideas, but when I look on it, it seems very nice to me. And I look on it from all sides, and I have to follow it. I know, I understand everything that you say about it, but I think that it wasn't following the idea from the mind. That was some following from my being.
Yes.
So I'm not sure. I want some confirmation from you. Is there possible is there possible to follow an idea because I love it? I fell in love with it. I want to do it. I'm very happy when I'm doing it.
Okay. Okay. Well, first thing, maybe you want to tell me what the idea is. I don't know.
Yes, I can tell you. The idea is that I find the mind in the world. The mind in the world, I recognized it as a system because it has so much common things like a mind, hundreds of them. I made a whole novel about it, that they don't exist because we are supporting it. We are the one who gave the energy to it. they can live without it. The mind and the system, they are only an idea that people believe in it. So, in the last 2 months, I got some tools to get out from the system. I recognize it as vanishing of my mind, because I was looking that, thanks to you, from in there to out there. I recognize it as a foreclosure of the mind, and that will express in the outer world as foreclosure of the system. But I follow that idea because I want to get out of it.
Yes.
And I made some steps to follow that idea. Stop paying for my credit to the bank. Stop paying for the tickets.
Oh my dear.
Now I prepare to not to pay any taxes.
Yes.
I prepare not to register my car. I prepare not to pay any insurance. I prepare to not doing anything without my will, because I want to withdraw my energy from it.
Ah. Ooh. Okay. Can I say something?
Yes, of course. Please say
Yeah. The system also has its it has its role to play. You cannot get rid of it. You can only untangle yourself from it. You follow? You cannot
Yes.
kill the system. You can only find who you are, and that is a sort of freedom from the hypnosis of just going along with the system, or the influence of that. You can be free from the influence it has had so far, through conditioning and so on. But to say that you're going to stop to pay your bills, and you're going to do the things you say, I don't think this is a sensible way. Let me just explain also. It reminds me once, one man who has just been coming to satsang for some time, and one day he came to me and he said, I have to confess something to you. I want to tell you what happened today. And I said, okay, what is it? He said, today I went to supermarket, and I took some things from the supermarket because I believe it belongs to consciousness. Yeah, I went to supermarket, I took some things from supermarket, and I don't feel it's anybody's right to own anything. I feel that it belongs to consciousness, and I am consciousness. And also, I feel it is all a dream, also, he said. I think it is all a dream. Okay? And
Yes.
he asked me, what do you think about it? So I said, well, I think it is okay if you take these dream goods from the dream supermarket, okay? And then the dream security man stop you, and then call the dream police, who arrest you, and then you must appear in a dream court, and a dream judge give you 5 dream years. And if you are okay with this, it is okay with me. I think it's okay. Okay? So if what you're saying is, look, you want to escape from the system, and this is your way of doing it, I think it's not a very good way. I feel, first of all, I don't want to predict anything. I say what is important is that the first big step towards freedom is to begin to understand your own self. Who lives here? What is it that is expressing in this body? You must understand this completely. If and when you do understand this, many possibilities will open for you, which when you are in the identity of a person, you will not notice this opening, because a person is living in a very narrow set of concepts and conditioning. But when you discover that you are not the person who is conditioned, that you are the consciousness itself, already there is so much freedom being experienced there. And also some things you will find in life, that some things say in you, I want to change now, I want to change now. But you are going to have to wait. Because the one who is saying, I want to change now, I want to be free now, I want it today, it may feel like it's the true being, but it is also coming from the mind. The self is not bound. It doesn't say, I want to be free. It's not the self, it's not the pure self that is having an expression, I want to be free. What is wanting to be free is the idea you have of yourself, the identity that we have lived with, this identity, and now this identity is arising as a seeker who is searching for freedom. Now, this is also expression of consciousness, and it's a genuine expression of consciousness, okay? But ultimately, this seeker is not yet the ultimate truth. The seeker is a movement in consciousness towards recognizing itself completely, not beyond the role of a seeker. So when I hear you say this, I say, okay, it sounds, I have not really, to be honest, I have not heard anybody else, apart from this one man, I have not heard anybody else say quite like you are saying. Many people have tried this, you know. They have said, okay, I'm jumping out of the system, I'm not paying any of my bills, I'm not doing anything I don't want. And I want to ask you, who are you who is deciding this? Who are you who is deciding this, to do this thing? You must answer this question for me.
I want you to help me to answer the question.
Yes,
because I'm not escaping from any responsibilities, because I want to pay my bills.
Yes.
I want to pay what I spend. I don't want to ruin any system.
Yes.
I just don't want to pay what I'm not spent. What is made to me to pay. If you understand what I want to say.
Okay, let me explain something as well. The many people, they expect that life should be fair and just. You see, we expect this. You see, and there are laws in place to help you to challenge an unjust system. There are laws like that, okay? But the truth is, life is not just in the way that we think. Many things don't make sense. Many things they don't make sense. They are crazy. The one who is free, actually, really free, understand this. They don't require from life that life must be like this. They are not really thinking, oh, life is unjust, or this person did something wrong against me. They understand that if you live at this level, you will be in conflict very often with people. They understand that they feel very often that it is okay to accept that your mind can sometimes be very chaotic. They don't fight with that. They have an understanding. Let mind be chaotic. I am not chaotic. I am aware of chaos. I am not chaos. That is a great freedom. If you try to control the mind, then you find that many things are seeming impossible. But if you understand that you are not the mind, that you are the weakness of the mind, already there's a freedom, and that freedom is felt immediately. Immediately. You see? Because our strongest bondage, our strongest bondage is a good word, is mainly conceptual than they are actual. You understand? Our deepest troubles are often conceptual and mental more than they exist as actualities. So understanding your true nature is the most profound discovery you are making. And for someone like you who want to be free from this entanglement, this would be the most natural, simple, direct, and immediate way for you. First do this. Then if you want to, then I can continue with you now to talk to you about something.
I just want to say that when I started to doing this, my biggest fears rise up. The fears that I would lost my home, lost my family, to go to.
Yes.
So I recognize it as a mind fight against me, and I willingly get into this fight, and I'm getting stronger and stronger, and fears are much every day getting smaller and smaller.
Because you are, if you are, when you say, when you are getting stronger, in what way are you getting stronger?
I mean, I withdraw my energy from it, and
Yes.
I'm getting more energy that I know from my fear that I gave it away from me.
Yes, this is good.
And now I want it back.
This is different thing. There's two things you mentioned. One is physically stop to pay your bills and so on. That's one aspect of what you say. Then the second aspect, what I'm hearing from you, is that you are now understanding how fear has affected your life because you have given so much importance to it. And now you want to withdraw from this fear energy. You see? And you're feeling that the power is returning to you. That is a different thing, because that's something that you can do within your own self. And that is immediate. You see? That is something that is more immediate now. If you say, I understand that I have lost a lot of power because of fear, how did you overcome this fear?
I faced with it. I faced with it. I do things that I never dreamed that I'm going to do, to challenge the system.
What system are you talking about? The system in your head or the system that is outside as life, politics, and society? What system you're challenging?
I can't see any differences, because the system in my head is the system outside, and that's the conditioning that I have in my mind, and I want to get rid of it.
Yes. I put it still that to try and get rid of it, if you try and do it forcefully, it is one outcome. If you try and understand to be free of the system through understanding who you are, that is the way that I advocate. That's the way that I point you. By understanding who and what you are. This is totally possible. This is the path that many have traveled before. It is very pure. It is very direct. It is very natural way. To try and take on the physical system in that way, that is a different thing. But to overcome it internally first, this is the most profound discovery, the most profound transcendence. So there is a difference for me. That's what I wanted to clarify with you.
But if I challenge the system in my head, and if I crush it, does the system outside will crush also?
Well, I don't know what you mean by outside. In what way will it crush?
In the world, because.
So give me an example. Give me an example, please. If you say you challenge a system, give me an example now. Something that is actually.
If I begin to understand that me and people gave the lots of energy to the system, like to the mind.
Okay.
And they are using it to make the limits on our freedoms and so on and so on.
Yes.
And now I want to challenge it.
Yeah.
In my mind,
Yeah.
I don't believe in that anymore because I'm.
So tell me how you
challenge.
tell me how you challenge it. Tell me how you challenge it.
I am challenging it that I am a human being born from God, and no legal law, no any society has a claim to get any part of my energy and my being without my will.
Okay. And it's working?
For now, it's working.
Carry on.
Thank you, Mooji, very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Nobody's raising the hand, Mooji.
There's one.
Yeah, now we have. Hello, Mooji.
Hello.
I have something to share with you, and I want to thank you for something.
Gotcha.
A few months ago, I didn't know so much about you and the knowledge that you pass on to people. And I was made familiar with it about a month and a half ago, and I started to watch a few videos on YouTube, and something started to talk to me, to my inner being, and I wanted to, in some way, meet you, or indirect through the satsangs, and I was invited to the silent satsang that was happening in Zimar,
Yes.
through from home. And the first few times I was just taking in all this knowledge that you were sharing, and through the people that were having experiences in Zimar, and I didn't have any I didn't have any expectations at all. I just wanted to come open-minded, without any expectations, and just see what will happen to me. And I had one of the most wonderful realizations in my life, and I just wanted to thank you for it, because at one moment I wasn't aware how much this body was still under the influences of all this garbage and these things that were just pulling me down in life. And at one moment, at the end of the day before the satsang was closed, the last satsang I think it was at night, I felt this huge energy from you. It was like, it felt like a hug from you, and it was just so pure, and it just pulled so many things off of me. I didn't even realize that I still had so much. Like right now, I'm still experiencing it, and I just want to thank you for everything you did to me, even though you don't even know you did, or maybe you do, I don't know.
It's very good. It's very good.
That's everything. I just wanted to thank you, and I just want to tell you that I'm so happy that there are such beautiful beings like you in the world that help beings like me start our path and journey through this spiritual journey that's happening everywhere around the world, and that's all. Thank you, Mooji.
Very good. Thank you. Very good to hear you.
very excited to meet you. I just recently, maybe a few weeks ago, I started to watch the videos. My friend told me about it, and I find it really extraordinary, all the ideas. I have a question that is a little bit difficult to explain. Well, I've been reading a lot of things in the internet, and well, the New Age stuff and so on, and everybody's talking about consciousness. That's the word that is appearing all the time. And then there is another idea that we are all one. The whole humanity is one consciousness. And I don't quite understand that. Does it mean that we are all the same? And how can we be same? We have our identities, our egos, our integrity. And how is it, I don't know, possible to feel that the whole humanity is just one consciousness, if it's so?
It's a good question. And it becomes almost a kind of cliche that people say things like this. In almost every spiritual book, people speak these things. We are one. We're all one. And even sometimes people are saying these things, they have not fully realized the implication of what this statement really means even. So I don't feel it is necessarily such a helpful pointer or teaching just to say like this. I prefer that to hear it myself from someone who is really authentically looking inside and coming to that discovery for themselves. And there are not many people genuinely coming to that clarity. I want to say now that it is not important, you see, to feel we are all one. It's not important. In the beginning, if that feeling comes, then it is a beautiful feeling, but also it may again readjust itself like this. So don't aim for discovering we are all one. More find out who is the we who are one. That is a different question, you see. You see, we are one is already an idea. It's just an idea, and anybody can say this idea. Even a parrot can say, we are one. You see? It doesn't mean anything in itself. But who is saying we are one? Who is the we who are one? We must go into that. Each one must find out for themselves. Really, when something says I here inside, I do this, I want, I believe, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I'm Hindu, I don't believe anything, I. And we talk about what our I says. I like this, I don't like that. We talk about what we like or don't like. But who we are, nobody really looks into it. Who is saying, I like this, I don't like that, I'm a Buddhist, you're a Christian, we can't understand it. Who is actually speaking these things? And if you are caught by this question, and you slow down a little bit, not talking about what the I doesn't want or what the I believes, but who is the I in the first place? And it is the most unusual question, and people generally don't ask it, because when they ask a question like this, first some confusion comes. They get quite confused. I don't know what I'm asking. Why should I ask? Who am I? I am me. Then someone may ask you, but it's the same thing. Who is me? What is saying I am me? What does it mean I am me? So in the beginning, this kind of question will not feel so appealing for many people. But there are some people who, when they're asked this question, you keep saying, I want this, and I believe this, and I tried this, and I meditate, and I don't meditate, and so on. Who are you who is saying you do these things? And gradually, this is what satsang actually helps you to begin to discover. And I feel this is the most important discovery of all the things that you can discover. This is the most profound, the most radical, the most revolutionary, the most important discovery any human being is going to make. And when are you going to do it? I'd like to think right now. I'd like to start right now to look at it. You see? Not talking, if you don't talk about anything, about what you do, what you think, what you believe, what was in the past, what's in the future, where you should go, where you should not go. If you leave all these things alone, and there only remains only the feeling I am, you follow? Just the feeling that you know that you exist. You know you exist. Okay? If simply you try to contemplate, what is this I exist feeling? I know I am. Is that enough? Because usually we say I am, you attach something else to this I am. Like I am a doctor, I am a student, I'm a wife, I am this, I am that. But I say let's cut away all these other things after I am and stay only as the feeling I am. And you can do this even now. Because the I am itself is complete. We never stop to think about it. We just say, I am a doctor, or I'm a student, I'm a housewife, I am, I'm a Christian, I am from Croatia, I am something. But what about just the sense I am? Leave everything else after I am and stay only as the I am. Feel that now, even. Just the sense I am. Just take a moment and register yourself in your own presence, which feels very natural to you, the feeling I am, which just means I exist. I exist. You say that many people are talking about consciousness. Wherever you read consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. What is this consciousness? The best starting point to understand this question about consciousness is the I am itself. So leave everything and stay only as the feeling I am. Nobody taught you you are. Everything else you learned, but you did not learn you are. It came very natural for you. When you feel I, no, your parents didn't teach you to call yourself or to refer to yourself as I or I am. It just came somehow. You says, I am John, I am Susan, I am something. But I am calling you now just to be with the feeling I am. And let's include everyone in this exercise, you can call it, this opportunity. Just feeling the sense I am. Don't try to describe it. Don't go to the past or anything you've learned, because that came second. That came later. But the first formed, the first feeling, the first knowledge is that knowledge, the sense I am. It is not a woman, it's not a man, it's not a husband, it's not a doctor, it's not a politician, it's not religion. It's earlier than everything. It's that pure intuition, what I may call the sense of presence, that announces itself inside each body, the feeling I am. And that is consciousness. I am. Now, am refers to existence. Am means it is. I am. Am means to be. You follow? To be. Why say I am? Who is the I that am? Am means to be. Who is the I? What is I? This you can contemplate a bit, but don't think and don't create. Don't imagine anything. The sense I is already with you. You don't have to go looking for it. When you feel yourself, the feeling I arises for you. Then you may, just in a gentle way, put the question, what is I? And try to find out. But don't use imagination. The sense I am is there. You may start only at as I am. Even if you don't go any further. Maybe it's enough. Feel the sense I am. but don't allow it to connect up with any other sense or any feeling or any ideas. Just feel the sense I am. You can do it now. Also, it is always present. As soon as you are awake, the sense, natural sense of existence arises in you. It was not there in deep sleep. The sense I am, or any personal representation of this feeling I am, was not there in deep sleep. You did not have any relationship in deep sleep. You could be married to the Prime Minister of your country, but you had no relationship and you were not a wife in deep sleep. You were not a mother in deep sleep. You were not a Muslim, a Hindu. You were not any of these things in deep sleep. Okay? As soon as the waking state comes, the first feeling that will come is the feeling I am. Now, let me ask you one more thing while we are talking like this. Sometimes, for some people, in the middle of the night, you may get up to go to the bathroom. Yes? So there must be some consciousness there. Isn't it? You get up, you make your way to the bathroom. Yes. But you don't need any identity for that.
No.
Some consciousness is there, but there's no identity. Because you're only going for a wee, okay? So you don't need to be a Muslim to have a pee or something. Or you don't have to be anything specific. You can just go to the bathroom. Okay? So consciousness is there, but no identity necessarily is there. In the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, you maybe go to the bathroom. Okay? Sometimes in the morning when you wake up from sleep, a consciousness is there, but it has not picked up identity as yet. Has anybody noticed this?
Yes, it's like when
Yes,
you wake
yes.
up.
The eyes
and then
open.
You need a few moments.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
And then you need sometimes a minute to remember
Yeah.
what day, what
Yes.
happened yesterday,
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.
It's like a computer program rising, you know.
Yes.
Like when you switch
Very
computer
good.
on and
A
it's
computer
time
program,
to
just say
upload.
the example, like a computer program arises. What notices this? Just slow down. You've said something beautiful. The mind arises. Remembering arises. Personality arises. Something observe them arising. Acknowledge that. Something is aware of the arising. So it is there already. It is not arising. It notices the mind arising. It notices personality arises. It noticing time arises. It noticing others arising. It notices all these things. That is always here. That. It has no name, actually. It's not male or female, and it has no religion. It is the earliest and purest form of consciousness. This you are.
But it is difficult to catch this moment. Less on
Actually, it is not a moment.
few moments.
Yes. Actually, it is not a moment. And in a sense, I understand you when you say it's difficult to catch it. It is there. Even now, as you are speaking, you are aware, I came from the back of the room and I came up to the screen and now I'm talking to Mooji. There's an awareness which is present, which observes all this movement. Even as your words arise for you, some words comes spontaneously for you, and that is also known by that. You see? So I am pointing to that. It didn't go away. It is always present, but it's not always recognized. You have the feeling that it is a moment and it can be missed, but that is only an idea arising in it. It is still here. It has not gone anywhere, and it has never gone anywhere. It is always only here. What comes and goes is your attention is coming and going. But even the attention coming and going can also be seen also. But something must get accustomed to looking like that, because our conditioning, our habit, is to just believe, I am gone, I am distracted, I lost myself. We speak like that. But when you examine this, you see that's not true. I am always here. Awareness is always here. Then you say that awareness becomes aware of itself. Consciousness becomes conscious of itself. That is all. And why am I speaking to you like this? Because if you understand this here, then many things in your life is going to come into a beautiful harmony just through this understanding. You don't have to go out and create a life. You will release your life from the restrictions of conditioning. And it may happen very powerfully, it can happen gradually, it can happen subtly, but it's a very, very beautiful change or transformation will come into the life that you call your life at the moment. This is why so much I emphasize the importance of following this guidance. You can practice many, many spiritual exercises, disciplines and so on, but there are few that will be as direct, as efficient, as immediate, and as simple as what I'm speaking to you right now. And this is why I say I don't ask you to go home only to practice this, but as we speak, an opening may begin to take place in you. You don't have to understand everything I'm saying with your mind, but if there's an openness, there are other ways in which this understanding can happen inside you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't go away just yet. Unless you really want to. Just before you go, feel again the sense I am. It is there already. You don't have to go looking for it. Whenever you feel I, it is really that I am. That is the most truthful thing. The I am a person, I'm a woman, that is a kind of distortion or a limitation of that pure sense inside you. If you take anything away from what we are sharing together in this moment, I would like you to open to what I'm saying just now. Feel the sense I am. It is the natural sense of being. Okay? Don't do anything with it. Don't do anything with it. But keep your attention present with that sense in you, the sense I am. Just register it, be with it, leave everything. Even if you can do it for 5 minutes in the morning when you get up before you go to work or whatever you have to start your day, whatever you consider that is, sit with this and don't allow anything to connect with that basic feeling. And you may do this again, I would say, in the evening before you go to bed, but not when you're tired. Just for a few minutes if you want, 5 minutes minimum, to just feel the sense of being. Only be, don't do. Stay with this feeling, the sense I am, or it is, but I am is good. But don't try to describe I am. Just feel the natural sense of being. You don't need any imagination for this. You don't need any other technique for that. All I say, don't allow this natural feeling to connect up with other feelings or thoughts. And after 5 or 7 minutes, get up and go do your thing. Try it for 1 week. Will you do this?
Yes, I'll try.
No, don't try. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, do it for a week. Do it for a
do
week, but not like, oh, okay, I have to do it again. Not like this. If you are going to, if it's going to be a struggle, then I tell you, don't bother, leave it. But if you really feel something, try it for a week. Morning, as often as you want, but at least in the morning, and in the evening, to sit quietly, take your phone off for a minute. Give yourself 5 minutes. You can afford to do that. Just for yourself, 5 to 7 minutes. And try not to let your natural feeling of being, or the sense I am, combine with any other feeling. In the beginning, it might feel very difficult, that there are many thoughts come to take your attention. And this will be also an important discovery for you, because you will notice how much influence there is operating in your mind. So you start like this, and by the third day, you will feel definitely, if nothing happens on the first or the second day, you will feel something becoming much lighter, much more space, much more lightness, much more joy coming in. Do it for a week, and then you can speak with Chandra a way of sharing with me what you discover. Okay?
Okay.
Very good.
I'll do it.
Do this for 1 week. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.